Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Keep my head up when I act, head up, that's a fact. Never looking back, I'ma keep myself on track. Keep my head up, staying strong, always moving on. Feel I don't belong, tell my thoughts to move along. Push myself to be the best, die with no regrets.
Hey guys, and welcome to part... psych. We're really doing this again. You guys know that 58.9% of you aren't subscribed. Like, what's going on? It's so easy. And look, here's a clip right now if you don't believe me. Anyway, there's going to be a clip the entire part probably. But anyway, you guys are going to have 5 seconds to like, subscribe, and comment down below, done it. If you comment down below, like, subscribe in that 5 seconds, or you have bad luck for the rest of your life. Other than that, I hope you guys do enjoy the video, and yeah, let's get into it. Hey guys, and welcome to part 3 of what if Naruto made a deal with the devil. Last time we left off on quite a banger, let's say that. We left off with Naruto learning more about his powers and abusing Sasuke in a fight. He nearly killed him. And yeah, that's where we left off really. But first things first, like goal for the next part shall be 30 likes. And I know you guys can smash it because you guys have been really enjoying this Whatif lately. Like, damn enjoying Whatif. Like, it was really, you really liked it apparently. Which makes me feel happy, I guess. But yeah, thank you guys. Remember, there's a join button. Also, if you're on computer, you'll see it. But if you're on phone, I'm not sure you see it. You have to be on Safari to see it. But please hit that join button and buy any of the ranks. And at the end of each video, get shout outs as soon as I know you bought them. So please, it means a lot to me. Thank you. Let's get into this. Last time we left off, Naruto blasted pure dark energy and slammed it into Sasuke, breaking multiple of Sasuke's bones, burning yet freezing his skin. And he was announced Rookie of the Year after beating up Haruka as well. Then he walked out. Next day he came back in to see Haruka with bandages, and Haruka looked at him with a bit of fear in his eyes. And Sasuke was also in bandages, but he surprisingly healed quickly. And and then the squad gets announced. The first squad, the main squad, Team 7, it's Hinata, Sakura, Sasuke, and Naruto. And they ask why there's so many people on their team. And they say, well, because Naruto was on the team, we needed some more than 2 other people to balance it out. To make up for, so you make up for their loose ends extremely well. So it's more efficient than just having a team of 3. One sec, guys. So if you hear the scrape, that's me moving my chair. Oh, that's way better. Oh, I can actually lay back. And Naruto just says, yeah, whatever, and they wait in class. When his teacher doesn't arrive, Naruto's speaking to Lucifer in his head. And he says, Lucifer. And Lucifer replies,
yes, Naruto.
And with that, he just asked about who his teacher might be. Lucifer says, well, it's probably Kakashi, the copy ninja. And Naruto's confused, like, how do you know? And with Lucifer knowing who Naruto's father is, just says, oh, just a guess. And when Kakashi walks in, Naruto just scowls at him for being late. Kakashi sees the hatred in his eyes but ignores it. Then he says, you guys are boring. And then he walks out. As he was going to walk out to follow him, kunai flew from all directions. And he managed to dodge him, and he thought, cool trap, maybe you're not as boring as I thought. But little did he know that was Naruto using telekinesis. And then they go outside. First, he asks Hinata, what do you want to be? She says, I want to be the head of my clan, to be a strong warrior. Then it goes to Sakura, she does the usual. It goes to Sasuke, he does the usual, but he says, and I want to catch up to certain someone to get revenge on them as well, and he scares at Naruto. Then Kakashi goes to Naruto, the one he's most curious about, and says, what do you want to be? Naruto says, I don't have a future. And Kakashi says why. Naruto says you'll find out soon enough, but while I have my time here, I want to become the most powerful thing on this planet, basically. And I'll kill anyone who gets in the way. And Kakashi's shocked and says, okay. Moving on, Naruto says, wait, there's one more person you're not counting for. Lucifer, come out.
Huh. Hey Naruto, hey Kakashi.
Kakashi's shocked and Naruto says, oh, this is basically my special ability. Sasuke says, you're lying, I already know what that is. You demon. Naruto says, whatever, Sasuke. And Naruto plays it off that Lucifer is basically a summoning that he has. And his combat is only as strong as Naruto, so it's basically an undestroyable shadow clone. And Kakashi's impressed, thinking that's quite a strong shadow, that's quite a strong summoning, and especially since it's sentient itself. And then then the next day comes after they get told to not train and not to eat. But Lucifer and Naruto don't need to eat at all. Actually, they're self-sustaining off their own energy, so it doesn't even matter he didn't eat. When he arrives, he tells her he can see Kakashi isn't there, and so he activates his bloodlust ability and opens his eyes and sends out a wave of bloodlust, which catches Kakashi's attention. And he realizes this is Naruto trying to force him to hurry up, but he doesn't take the threat, he just plays it off. And he says, impressive, a ninja that can use bloodlust will go far, especially in certain one-on-one fights, as enough bloodlust can freeze an opponent in place, and I feel like that wasn't his full bloodlust either. And then Kakashi shows up a bit earlier than the original, with the bloodlust having a little bit of effect. And they say, okay, here's the test, bell tests. He explains it. Everyone jumps away except for Naruto. He just sits there, eyes closed, sitting down. And he's really relaxed. Kakashi's curious. He takes a shower off without anyone noticing, wanting to see what is up with Naruto. But when he notices something with his chakra's the same as someone who's asleep. And this is where Kakashi realizes Naruto is falling asleep. He says, pity. And he goes to knock Naruto out fully with one kick. And so Naruto wakes up and grabs his foot. Naruto was in a fake sleep. It tricks the chakra to go into a sleep-like motion, but Naruto is fully aware. And he says, you really are stupid ninja Kakashi, ain't ya? Kakashi tries pulling away until Naruto tightens his grip, not letting Kakashi escape. Kakashi is curious about how Naruto's grip is so strong, but when he asks, Naruto just plays it off like nothing. He says, so you're playing the silent game, huh? Well, we can do that as well. Kakashi starts to boost himself with chakra. Naruto feels it starting to overwhelm him, so he chucks Kakashi away. This is when Kakashi, still using chakra, tries to boost towards Naruto, but Naruto disappears in a flash behind Kakashi, and he has a short blade in hand and slashes. Kakashi barely dodged, and he sees that this is a unique blade that has carbons on it, and it seems to be made out of flame. And Naruto keeps on pressing forwards, boosting himself, using the same technique he did against Sasuke, using that special chakra. His dark energy, his devil energy. And Kakashi's nearly getting overpowered until he pulls out his own kunais, his titanium ones, a gift from Minato. Naruto recognizes this barrier and he says, why do I recognize that? But he ignores it and keeps on fighting. The titanium ones are holding up pretty well until Naruto sends some power into the blade, making the flame quite a bit hotter, and it starts scratching up the kunai, and Kakashi realizes if he keeps it up, the kunai's going to break at some point and he's going to be left open. So he jumps back and chucks a kunai at Naruto. Naruto cuts the shuriken in half. He heats up his blade even more. Then he slashes his blade, and a slash of like heat, extremely hot heat, like the heat of the sun, flies towards Kakashi, and he barely dodges and gets a bit of a burn on his back. And Kakashi's wondering what that weapon is. What jutsu is it? Naruto gets in a different stance and takes in a deep breath. Kakashi looks at Naruto's feet and sees a weird energy about to pulsating off Naruto's feet. Then it explodes, and a slash appears on Kakashi's side. Kakashi's read about this move, but he didn't know it was real. It seemed to be a flash step, but Naruto's devil style flash step. It's the level below Flying Rajan. Minato could use it, but he never really did. It's a way to boost your speed to the near teleportation. But only person who's ever been able to use it is Minato. Not even the third Hokage, a second Hokage, or Shisui. The teleporter could use it. And Naruto thanks Lucifer in his head for teaching him, as it's extremely powerful. Naruto really likes this technique. It's on his favourite levels with telekinesis, as he can disappear in a flash, but he can completely see what's going on, full control, and never miss a target. And that slash from Kakashi was so satisfying, it sinked in like a knife, like a hot butter and knife, and a hot knife and butter. And Kakashi was shocked about how powerful Naruto was, until he turns around and sees Naruto's eyes are starting to repeatedly, his right eye goes, it's red, but then it starts glowing, but that glow quickly goes out, and Naruto takes a deep breath. Then a weird aura appears on Naruto, and he chucks kunai using his hands. Kakashi deflects them until they start spinning again in the air and fly back down. Kakashi heard about Naruto's technique of doing this, but he didn't think it was real. He thought it was an overreaction, but now he realises that these 3 kunai, for like hundreds, repeatedly coming at him faster and faster, changing direction at the last second. Kakashi jumps back and reveals his Sharingan. Naruto smiles and says, ooh, a third Tomori Sharingan. I've only fought against 2 1-Tomoris. I wonder if it would be stronger than a single 3 Tomori. Or could a 3 Tomori be stronger than 2 ones that only have 1? I guess since 2 pairs of Sharingans would have 1 Tomori adds up to a 2 Tomori Sharingan in a way. So let's go. Kakashi's keeping up with Naruto's speed, which he didn't expect, so Naruto just amps it even more. Moving at speed he's never really had to before, and he's enjoying it. And then he ups his strength, and with a kick, Kakashi blocks it until his arm snaps, and he jumps back in agony. And he just thinks, Naruto, what are you? You're a monster. He says this not as an insult, as like a compliment, but Naruto didn't take it as a compliment. His entire life was being called a monster, and that was one of his triggers. His hair spiked up, and both of his eyes turned red, glowing. Kakashi knew something was different as the ground started cracking underneath him, and pure power was draining from Naruto's body. It started going around the surroundings, taking over, surrounding everything, until Naruto sucks it all back in his body, and he gets in a fighting stance. His knife disappears, and he says, are you ready? He pulsates energy from his feet using a flash step, and kicks Kakashi in the chest, breaking 3 ribs. But before he can fly off, he grabs his leg and dislocates it, kicks him in the stomach and relocates his leg, which relocation can sometimes be more painful than the initial dislocation. And Kakashi is just a bit dizzy from all that pain. But before he can even recover, Naruto's already in front of him and nails a hard kick on his chin. Kakashi's dazed, the only reason he's still conscious is his Sharingan refocusing his vision. But half his vision is clear thanks to the Sharingan, but the other half is blurred due to him being dazed. But he only needs that half vision to keep up with Naruto. He closes his dazed eyes, making his vision seem fully clear to him again, and he starts chucking kunai. These kunai are extremely accurate, which Naruto was surprised at. Not even Sasuke was this accurate, and he had two Sharingan, and one of his eyes, and both his eyes worked properly. And after Naruto got bored of deflecting them, he just picks his hands up, and all the kunai flying towards him stop. Naruto twists his hand slightly, and all the kunai start spinning so fast that wind starts coming from them. And he says to Kakashi, do you give up, or do I need to... Sasuke flies out from the bushes and swipes Kakashi's legs and goes to grab a bell. Naruto smiled and thought, you cheeky. But Kakashi grabbed Sasuke's wrist and he didn't realise he was still amping his chakra a bit, so he sprained his wrist, Sasuke's wrist. But there was no point in feeling bad, and he spun and kicked Sasuke in the chest, sending him bouncing away. That's when he realised he forgot about Naruto. When he looks, he sees that three kunai are right in front of him. One at his head, one at his heart, and one about to slice his throat. And Naruto's controlling them. He says, "Do you give up?" Kakashi says, "No, you're gonna have to kill me, cause I doubt you can." Naruto laughs and created a black orb in his hand. And he flashed it, slamming this orb into Kakashi's stomach. He did the same thing he did to Sasuke. Kakashi feels overwhelmed with pain and wonders what technique this was. His skin's burning but freezing at the same time. His bones are breaking and he just sees Naruto's eyes glowing. And then he manages to stand up, limping a bit, and runs towards Naruto till he sees that Naruto's holding all bells. And Naruto says, "Oh, I got these bells at the start. And the ones that are on your wrist are some berries that are transformed, and the bells of Kakashi's wrist are poofed." Kakashi says, "How?" And Naruto says, "I don't just control weapons." And he puts his hand to the left, and a huge boulder flies towards him, and Naruto catches it. He says, I can move anything with my mind. So I just stole the bells from the start without you realising. And I'm probably going to help you out." Naruto holds a hand out, and a white orb this time. He shoots at Kakashi and it heals his injuries. And Kakashi says, "Thanks, I guess." But anyway, guys, I hope you did enjoy. If you did, make sure you share with your friends, family. Join my membership below. Get me to 10k subs before September. I'm joking, I'm going to slow down. Yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy it though. If you did, make sure you hit the like goal, which is whatever I put it at. And make sure you tell my Daisy I love you in the comments. A vlog with Daisy will come soon if you want it. And yeah, I just hope you guys do enjoy. And it does mean a lot to me if you join my membership. No one else has joined it yet, and I'm heartbroken. So please do consider joining it. Other than that, hope you guys enjoy, and peace out, yeah, bye.